How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back. Today we are starting our prediction series where I predict the outcomes of some Premier League games on the weekend. Now, if you watch my first video that I uploaded, you'll understand I'm not going to get every single one right, and there will be some controversial results sometimes. So today I'll be predicting 5 games that are happening on the weekend, and I'll be giving my reasons for that too. If that sounds something you're interested in, stay till the end and comment down below if you agree with me or not. Next episode I'll be just saying how many I got right, and I'll be trying to keep tally of it. I'll probably try and up the games to maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe even 7. I don't think I'll have enough time to cover every single game that gets played over the weekend. As this is the first one, we will only be doing 5 of my choice. However, if you want me to do a specific game happening that week, then again, leave a comment and I'm sure I'll be able to fit them in. Right, so to begin, we will be doing Everton versus Brighton. Both teams have impressed so far this season, especially Everton. Unbeaten in 3, only conceding 3 and scoring 8. All of their signings have been absolutely phenomenal, and especially one by the name of James Rodriguez. He seems to have lit the Premier League alight, and with his help and Calvert-Lewin starting the season with 5 goals to his name, I can sure as hell see him on the score sheet for this one. However, Brighton looked really good against United. Tariq Lamptey looks like a solid player, and the next coming of like Trent Alexander-Arnold with his attacking presence from that right back kind of full back position. Neil Maupay again looks like he's in for a decent season with the Seagulls, so it's a bit of a difficult one. Brighton conceding 6 so far this season. It's double Everton's goals conceded, and because of that I'm going to be predicting it'll be a goals galore game. I'm going to have to say though that Everton will be keeping their unbeaten streak in the league. They're at home, if that counts for anything in these current times. However, I can see a 3-1 win for Everton with Calvert-Lewin on the score sheet. They're so in form, and although Brighton do look good when they play, their form says otherwise, losing 2 out of the 3 they've played so far. But I think this will be their 3rd loss this season. Very sorry, Brighton fans. Now, moving on to another big game. Top of the league, Leicester host West Ham on Sunday. And I can only see this going one way, unfortunately. Despite West Ham's triumph against Wolves last weekend, which took me by a massive surprise, I had Jimenez captained in my fantasy league, which of course got me, the own goal and obviously the loss as well. So I just, for some reason though, I can't see West Ham grabbing the win here. Leicester tore apart Guardiola's side last week, and they also sit comfortably at the top of the league with a goal difference of 8, similar to Everton, obviously unbeaten. They've got the best goal difference in the league. However, I know it's only 3 games in, but West Ham aren't leaking goals, which is to my surprise. They sit just in the bottom half of the table. I believe they're in 11th, and they have the best goals conceded record along with Sheffield, if that counts for anything. In the bottom half I'm on about. So I think it'll be tough for Leicester, but I can see them taking like a 1-0 win with a goal coming probably from a Vardy penalty. Right, moving on to the next one. We've got Arsenal versus Sheffield United, and I think for Sheffield this is unfortunate. Whoever remembers Newcastle's season where they finished 5th, I believe it was, in the 11-12 season, then following that the season after they finished 16th, so kind of in the 12-13 seasons, I can kind of see Sheffield having this kind of fate, which is a shame as they've been an exciting challenging Premier League side since their promotion, but I can see them struggling against Arsenal here. The game on Monday, however, made Arsenal look like a Sunday League side, but by all means, I think they will go with an attacking 11 and try and massively bounce back from that result against Liverpool. So I can see Arsenal going kind of guns blazing and bagging over 3 goals against this Sheffield side. They're not doing that great. I want to add to this, Sheffield United haven't actually scored a goal yet this season. So if Arsenal are going to start their best 11, Gabriel at the back, who's had a very impressive start, I can see them holding off Sheffield, so they'll still be waiting until game week 5 for their first goal. A nice little 3-0 win maybe for Arsenal, I think, with goals coming from that whole Arsenal front 3. Right, so the penultimate game I'll be doing today is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, as Palace travel up the road to Stamford Bridge. Now, so far, I've predicted every home team to grab a win, and I can actually see Palace being able to grab a draw here. They've started pretty well this season with wins over United and Southampton, and only narrowly losing to a very in-form Leicester side, Everton side, should I say. So I wouldn't be surprised if Palace scores an upset here, especially considering Chelsea's bumpy start. With their only win coming over Brighton and drawing against West Brom last week, I'm going to say another draw for Chelsea this weekend, and Palace, I think, will be keeping in form and be happy with a draw away at Chelsea. I know I would be as a Spurs fan, but I couldn't tell you the goal scorers, should I say, as I haven't a clue. But I can see it either being a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. I'd be surprised if Chelsea got anything more than a point. However, I would say Palace are the favourites in this game, and that's not me being biased and hating Chelsea. The Spurs-Chelsea game in the League Cup is currently on as we speak, and it is 0-0 at the moment. So, if Chelsea maybe get a win here against Tottenham tonight, then maybe they can bounce back against Palace. I don't know, but yeah, Palace may get a cheeky win if they're lucky. So the final game this episode I'll be covering is United and Spurs. Now, staying away from any bias here again, I'll be giving my reasons to why I think United will actually take a win here. Although losing their opening game to Palace and beating Brighton by the skin of their teeth after they were awarded a penalty after the final whistle went, I can see United again getting lucky with some form of penalty or free kick leading to a goal. Because let's face it, Spurs are a penalty magnet in this current times. And I mean conceding penalties. And, similar to Spurs, United, they're a penalty magnet too when it comes to being awarded them. So I'm predicting this game to be a very scrappy one. But with Son being injured for Spurs, it's a huge blow to them. And also the current fixture list Tottenham have. Like I said, they're playing tonight, which is Tuesday. And they also have a game on Thursday, and obviously they're playing United on Sunday. I just can't see them going with a fully fit 11, as I believe that game on Thursday, if they can get into the Europa League, that is more important than this United game, in my opinion. And I feel like the club might see it that way as well. I can see United getting like a 2-0 win over Spurs here, a bit more convincing than last week's win over Brighton. Despite United conceding more goals than Spurs so far this season, with one less game played as well, I think Spurs without Son will be a massive, massive issue. Right, that is going to round off this episode of my prediction series. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and then we'll find out next week how I do with the results. I'm going to be keeping track of this with a table that I will create at some point, which you will see next week. I'm going to award myself for just getting the result correct, not the score line or the goal scorers, but I thought I'd predict them just for the fun of it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we get all of them correct and I look like an absolute psychic come next week. I've been Whitenet, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Bye bye.